2,000 stripling warriors, all young boys, armed with the armor of God and shields of faith, sons whom all survived the great wars of their day, and attributed this victory to their faith in the Lord and to the teachings of their mothers. Every woman who hears or reads this Book of Mormon story yearns to be counted as one of these amazing mothers. In my youth, I often yearned for the experiences found in the book and even awed at the experiences of the pioneers. I wondered if I would ever measure up to those women given the same circumstances. The truth is, however, that our world today is full of far greater dangers than those times. As mothers today, we face some of the most trying times and dire circumstances in raising the children of the Lord. Today, it is crucial for us to build upon these great examples of faith. Unfortunately, in today's world, we face great opposition to this call. The world teaches us that the sacred calling of mother is a pursuit we must wait for, or even a pursuit unworthy of our time. We are taught to seek after schooling, careers, worldly success, and fun experiences, all before the pursuit of motherhood. Women have begun to hang up the apron strings in exchange for costly apparel and the pursuit of careers, something we have been warned against by the prophets of all ages. The teachings of feminism and the pursuit of worldly success for women are rooted in the women's rights movement. This movement began in the mid-1800s with the goal of seeking citizenship and voting rights for the women in the United States. After those goals were reached, the founders of this movement continued the fight for women's rights in many other arenas, including the right for equal schooling and equal opportunities in the workforce. After many great strives in this movement, unfortunately, the movement came to a point where the pursuit of equal rights and privileges became a hindrance to the most sacred call of the daughters of God, the sacred call of mother. A role in which daughters of God find the most joy and fulfillment. Is it any wonder that with these changes in society, we have also seen an increase in depression, suicide, infidelity, immorality, immodesty, and delinquency? You see, the changing roles of mother has influenced all ages of society. While the feminist movement may have helped transform the view of women as the lesser gender, I do not believe, indeed I cannot believe, that the Lord ever intended it to continue on as far as it has. It has moved past what is good and what is right, as Satan has taken hold of the hearts of the daughters of God and used this movement to undermine the divine nature of women. In Elder Packer's 1993 General Conference talk, For Time and All Eternity, he states, motherhood becomes a holy calling, a sacred dedication for carrying out the Lord's plans, a consecration of devotion to the uprearing and fostering, the nurturing in body, mind, and spirit of those who kept their first estate. To lead them to their second estate is the work of motherhood. And they who keep their second estate shall have glory added upon their heads forever and ever. Elder Packer continues, this divine service of motherhood can be rendered only by mothers. It may not be passed to others. Nurses cannot do it. Public nurseries cannot do it. Hired help cannot do it. Only mother, aided as much as may be by the loving hands of father, brothers, and sisters, can give the full needed measure of watchful care. The First Presidency counseled that the mother who entrusts her child to the care of others, that she may do non-motherly work, whether for gold, for fame, or for civic service, should remember that a child left to himself bringeth his end quote. In Elder Jeffrey R. Holland's conference talk, Behold Thy Mother, he compares the nature of motherhood to the mission of the Savior. He states, bear, born, carry, deliver. These are powerful, heartening, messianic words. They convey help and hope for safe movement from where we are to where we need to be, but cannot get without assistance. In this language, another arena of human endeavor in which we use words like bear and born, carry and lift, labor and deliver. As Jesus said to John while in the very act of atonement, So he says to us all, behold thy mother, end quote. Elder Neil A. Maxwell once said, when the real history of mankind is fully disclosed, will it feature the echoes of gunfire or the shaping sound of lullabies? Will what happened in cradles and kitchens prove to be more controlling than what happened in congresses? End quote. If we are to fulfill our destiny as a mother in Zion, we must concentrate our time and efforts in the home. You will find no greater joy than the joy that comes from a child raised in faithfulness to the Lord and obedience to his commandments. If we are to be successful in this call, we must rededicate our lives to the raising up rising generation, a generation who will prepare the world for Christ's second coming. To the men, support the women in your life in this call. Encourage them and help them. To the women, tighten those apron strings, wear them proudly, and get to work. It is time for each of us, daughters of God and sons of God, to take a stand in what matters most. Sister Marjorie Hinckley once said, I don't want to drive up to the pearly gates in a shiny sports car, wearing beautifully tailored clothes, my hair expertly coiffed, and with long, perfectly manicured fingernails. I want to drive up in a station wagon that has mud on the wheels from taking kids to scout camp. I want to be there with a smudge of peanut butter on my shirt from making sandwiches for a sick neighbor's children. I want to be there with a little dirt under my fingernails from helping to weed someone's garden. I want to be there with children's sticky kisses on my cheeks and the tears of a friend on my shoulder. I want the Lord to know I was really here and that I really lived. I'd like to add to Sister Hinckley's. I, too, want to be found in that manner at the pearly gates. And I want to be found with my apron strings tight as they can and standing tall as a mother of the Lord's children. Thank you.